Hello my YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to learn something about cybersecurity and particularly the threats and vulnerabilities in cybersecurity. So basically let us start with understanding what security is. Security is protection against undesirable disclosure, destruction, modification, protection of the systems themselves. So that's basically what security is. In layman's language, we can say protection. Security is just giving a protection to anything where you try to safeguard it. That's already security. So basically, let us now dive into our today's topic, which is basically cybersecurity. Before we move further, let us try to understand what cybersecurity is and how it impacts to us. Basically, cybersecurity is a process and technology used to protect computing devices and networks from unauthorized access and attacks over the internet. As we know, the name is cyber, which is something over the internet. So we need to protect our data and the networks over the internet. So how are we going to do that? Let us find that on the next slide. In the next slide, we're basically going to understand the terminologies which have been used in the cybersecurity. First one is vulnerabilities. What are these things called vulnerabilities? These are flaws in a system or its design that allows an attacker to execute malicious commands or access data in an authorized way and conduct various unauthorized access into their system. So those ones, we term them as vulnerabilities. Let us understand what threats are. Threats, these are actions taken to gain a benefit from security breaches in a system, and it has negative impact on the system. Like if something which has been a threat to you, it means you fear it. It will have obviously have a negative impact. Then attacks. These are actions taken to damage a system or disturb its routine operation. You know, something that attacks you. It have to disorganize you. Those are the three key terms we used in cyber security. Then next, let us talk about understand the security vulnerabilities. So first one is the denial of service. This is a type of attack where the attacker intends to make your site inaccessible to its intended users. Then you understand the malwares. We know most times we understand the malwares as viruses. This is where someone executes a malicious code into your system such that it becomes the normal program runs the intended code, where the attacker will be able to gain the information they desired for. Then phishing, this is where like someone fraudulently gains access to your data. Basically, this is where they pretend to be authorized user, but they are not. In the process, you end up giving your official data to them. Then SQL injection, this is where someone injects a malicious code into your program, such that the code that run very well. It ends up crashing your database, causing a lot of damage to your program. Then session hijack and man in the middle attack. This is where like someone intercepts your sender and the receiver, and there is a third party in the middle. So third party is like a man in the middle attack. Will be able to know what the two of you are communicating. So that is what is called man in the middle attack. Cross-site scripting. This is where like someone writes a malicious attacker tries to run a JavaScript code in a client's browser in order to steal the client's sensitive data. Since that one has been self-explanatory, I'm not going to lament much about it. Let us proceed to the next one. Who are the key victims of security vulnerabilities? They are basically two individuals and organizations. But now, in this article, we learned that organizations are more vulnerable to cyber threats compared to individuals, because individuals may not have all that much in the internet, but organizations do a lot of things over the internet. Hence, they are much vulnerable to cyber threats. Then, what are some of the key targets of cyber criminals? The cyber criminals, we know they like attacking social media, smart grid, mobile applications, industrial control systems, networks, distributed systems, so many, anything that is over internet. Attackers like it, they attack it, but basically these are just some of the key. Then also some are here: cloud application, multiple VLANs, then vehicle ad hoc networks. There are a lot here. So whenever you are on internet, keep safe, protect your identity, make sure that no one knows your identity, such that you'll be at least in a safer way. Then how do let us try to understand some of the ways that we can mitigate some of these discussed cyber security vulnerabilities. Then from the article that we had researched on, we discovered that basically, as it had said, according to the data obtained from selected studies, different organizations use different techniques to protect their cyberspace from security attacks. Since now we have known here that there are different ways of protecting data from cyber attacks. However, it was observed that the intrusion detection system and firewalls are the most commonly used techniques, with the frequency of 17 out of 78 and 13 out of this respectively. You can see that intrusion detection system, this is something you install in your machine that will be able to detect malicious codes in your system, such that before you execute the code, the detector will be able to know that there is a wrong code, a malicious code which is running, and will be able to filter it. Then firewalls will block the code before the code access reaches to your machine. The firewall will make sure that it's blocked, such that it doesn't affect your code. Then another way is also traffic analysis. It means the system admins and administrators should be able to analyze the traffic of their sites to make sure that they are protected. If your site has not been all that much loaded, so just abrupt, if it has become loaded, why? Then you need to take up some measures to protect that. Then another one is also using anti-phishing. This to protect your data from the rest of the things. Thank you for listening.